everybody. Chris Wood here. Welcome to my channel and thank you for tuning in. Anybody that might. My name is, like I just said, my name is Christopher Wood. I live in Napanee, Ontario, and I am an identity theft, identity change victim. I am a brain injured, skull split, brain injury victim. I am a body mutilation victim. I am a kidnap, sex assault, medical blacklist, medical discrimination, revenge, retaliation victim for speaking of police crimes. As a result, back in 2019, at my previous address, I was sitting outside. It was approximately 3 p.m. in the afternoon. Ex-OPP chief or commander went by in 2019, driving a white Jeep Wrangler. He waved at me. It was at the corner of Center and Bridge at the stoplights. I waved back. When I waved back, a black truck pulled up beside him. The person had black hair. I did not see their face. They pointed and shot something, and it went into my right ear. Ever since then, I started having medical problems. I've been medically blacklisted. The lies against me, the treatment refusals to get proof and evidence of what has taken place against me, and by whom, how, and why. I believe I was shot with what is called remote neuromonitoring, what is nano microchip implant. It is police and military tech. It is not mainstream or well known about, but it has been in use since the 60s, and it is being used criminally. Nano microchip implant, remember that. And it has been in use since the 60s. Once again, the police are using it criminally. It is designed basically to destroy a person's central nervous system. It is also designed for illegal invasive surveillance through the person's own eyes and ears, basically over top of them, in them like a hologram, through EMFs and Wi-Fi is how it is being operated. I have been deformed to about 50, my skull's been deformed about 50 different shapes, sizes. My face has been deformed about 50 different shapes and sizes from having the remote neural monitoring being used on me. It is being used on me through OPP co-offenders. They're drug-fed, money-paid co-offenders who are using this, passing it around, and causing my deforming, causing my injuries, and causing my identity theft and changes to me from using it and broadcasting through me. As a matter of fact, I was out earlier, and a couple of the people that are involved with this were also out and about. One, Michelle, a homeless woman, or whatever, and Holly Carlisle, they were out walking their dog, the one that they are also using on my dog as well, using the R&M between them. Now my dog snorts like a pug. He acts like a pug, and he does not have it in him. They are using this shit like a game while they are high on people and on animals as well. This is how I'm going through my identity theft. This has been premeditated and planned since the beginning because of me speaking of police crimes out of the Morning Star mission, the human homeless trafficking, and the homeless exploitation for monetary gains. I have no feeling left in my head, no feeling in my face from my skull being split, from it being injured so much, and me not being able to do anything about it, not being able to go to the hospital, not being able to get help, being treated like a piece of shit by doctors who laugh in my face over being sodomized by the police and by their boss, Billy Wooldridge, who they are helping do this delusional sex offender who was told that he and I were switched at birth, highly psychotic, highly obsessed. And he was told that him and I were switched at birth. I am 50, he is in his 70s, and he believes it. So, as a result, right now, I am pretty much surveillance for OPP illegally. They see everything I see, they hear everything I hear, and the ones that are using this on me, being a rat illegally and changing my identity, doing this to me, is Tyler Lake, Jason Gimpy Two Step Vanelstein, Ray, a guy that has a deaf white pit bull on East Street that lives behind Mamma Mia's restaurant. And there's also his roommate Sam. There is Blair Hardy, who happens to be allegedly Spencer Mills' 14716's boyfriend. There is Billy Wooldridge, last known and used name, 149 Center Street North, Napanee. Alleged Hells Angels 2, Ontario chapter captain. A sex offender, child stalker, pedophile, was also stalking my mother, was also calling my mother mom, and as also was using R&M on her from the radiation from my mother's age and the EMFs from it. It caused tumors, it caused cancer, it caused her death, and it was with intent. It was murder. As a matter of fact, on December 20th, 2022, it will be 2 years since Billy Wooldridge and Blair Hardy got away with killing my mother. Blair Hardy is a rape hound. He is also the one that's lacing the drugs here in Napanee and selling them with the intent to commit homicide, so it looks like just another drug addict bought bad drugs and overdosed from them. They were also hit. Blair Hardy and Jason Van Alstyne were involved with Jack Clark's overdose and homicide too, and that's exactly what it was. They have doctors here. There's, excuse me, Lennox and Addington, Ontario provincial police that are involved in human trafficking, the human sex trade, slavery, trafficking, pedophiles, or children to pedophiles, adults to sex offenders. They're using a remote neural monitoring and giving them to these sex offenders to use on their victims for slaveries and for illegal invasive surveillance to be used on children so they could sit back and masturbate so the sex offenders can use it on innocent people while they get their rocks off. Billy Wooldridge thinks that he owns me. Tyler Lake thinks that he owns me. Blair Hardy thinks he owns me, and Jason Van Alstyne thinks he owns me. Why? Because I was sold to them by OPP for this. I have illegal prisoner tracking on me, and I had the remote neural monitoring, so I read as one of these pieces of shit garbage. That is why I was falsely arrested to get me in an attempt to give me a record, and also in an attempt to deflect the crimes against me that have been taking place by the police and by the doctors, whom, how, and why, and their unarrestable co-offending inmates, their drug traffickers, and their co-offenders who they will surround hands on guns. They will kidnap to prevent anything legal on them, as well as the police and doctors for their crimes. They will falsely charge and arrest to deflect the crimes against their victims in an attempt to give them a record so they can have unjustifiable justification for their crimes against them, and also to be above suspicion. Poor, homeless, elderly, disabled, they are the ones that are the victims here because they know once the lies that are cast against the victims, there is no way of helping them. There is no way for their victims to get help. My legal rights, my medical rights, my human rights have been taken away from me for this. 100% revenge retaliation, and it's because of me speaking once again of police crimes. I had no association with anybody that's involved with this against me prior to 2019 when this began on me. I have shown the different changes and deformings that have happened to me while being called a liar, while not being able to get help, being internally injured, and being fucking brain screwed because of these bastards, lobotomized, not having any feeling in my head or face, and being called a liar about it while nobody's actually doing anything to actually check it because of the lies against me stating I'm a self harmer and suicidal. 100% bullshit lie. I am not suicidal. I am Chris Wood. I am life. I am holy wood tree. I am Christ wood, holy wood waters, holy wood tree, holy sunfire sun, life, blood, breath, light is me. So I am not death. I am life. Thank you. And I'm certainly no self harmer. I love myself enough to not harm myself. So that lie against me needs to be proven by whoever cast it to get me not taken serious, so I would not be getting help down in Kingston and other places where I see in your file, falsified file at that, because I had not been to a hospital or a doctor in approximately 7 to 10 years before all of this began. I had not needed to. I was doing good mentally, physically, spiritually before all of this started to happen to me. So this is how OPP traffic, this is how they frame, and this is how they murder, and this will be turned around on me 100% guaranteed. Time has been bought. It's been 3 years, and I am having serious memory losses from all of these different bastards using this on me and broadcasting through me. My wood identity of my father and everybody else is gone from me. You stole that. You're stealing my bloodline. You're stealing my memories to mentally fuck me up. This is how you are sick pieces of shit, OPP, and I bet I am not the only one. Anybody that's been involved with OPP, fight it, because they are involved with they are domestic terrorists. They are guilty of homicides. They are using inmates. They are guilty of human trafficking, human sex trade, slavery trafficking, kidnapping, and a whole lot more. What the hell? Messages about sex info. Get that shit off of my fucking YouTube. I am not interested in any of that shit. But I'm being numbed down to be dumbed down, and there is people that needs to be arrested. The police that are involved. Spencer Mills 14716, ex-chief or commander for 2019, year 2019, staff sergeants year 2019 and 2021. Shannon Cork, Robert Kane, Robert Lucas, who happens to live about 50 feet from my own back door, Robert Kane, who is also a drug cop as well. There is a woman named Stacy, a mental health worker. She was Napanee Daily Tea Company and now Kingston. There is Shelley Hafner or Huffner, the one that arranged my kidnapping May 27th, 2021, 24 hours after asking for help with what has taken place against me. The night that they got my blood and my piss, and then they screwed off. And then me being falsely arrested for bullshit harassment for wanting police and doctors charge for crimes against me. So as a result, they had me charged. They came up and conspired to have me charged to deflect the crimes using harassment, for me wanting my life saved, for me wanting the medical help that I'm entitled to, for them trying to take my medical rights and every other right away from me, refusing me treatment and help. Dr. Barton saying he would not do anything for me in any way, shape, or form to help me until I seen a psychiatrist. You go fuck yourself. What gives you the right? And that's medical negligence right there, you piece of shit. Dr. Waldron calling me a retard, calling me crazy. Oh, I can't fix that. My head swelling up like a balloon, saying I needed a head shrink, pun intended. Being called a retard, laughing in my face, being laughed at by doctors over being sodomized, and then also having another doctor trying to have me committed for having it happen because of who it was done to and by. OPP and Billy Wooldridge, their boss. So I bet I am not the only one going through this. There's people that needs to be arrested and the doctors that work with them for them. And I have proven that they are there only to cover up OPP crimes with and for themselves as well. And for Wooldridge, Hardy, Lake, and Van Alstyne is Dr. Tatiana V, aka Margie V, Stacy's girlfriend. Dr. Joy Hadley, Dr. Waldron, Dr. Barton, Dr. Pritchard, Dr. McGregor. They've used Dr. Abimbola, Dr. Sue, and Dr. Fardell to discriminate against me. There's triage nurses Terry, Tanya, and David at Lennox and Annington County General Hospital as well. Paladin security guard that works there, and administration. Wayne Coveyduck or Sarah Fiddler is also involved with this as well, kicking me out of the hospital, causing me serious harm without any justification, using the bullshit lie that I caused trouble. You damn well need to prove that one way or another. And then there, like I said, there's their untouchables. The one that they will not touch is Blair Hardy, Billy Wooldridge, Tyler Lake, Jason Van Alstyne, because they are owned by the police here. The longer this goes on and the more time I am going to forget about this, and that's exactly what they want to happen, so they get away with this, stealing my identity, stealing my bloodline, stealing my memories, and also getting away with murdering my mother in 2020. This is the OPP you think you know. They are very seriously dangerous pieces of shit. I have proven their obstruction. They have gotten a justice of the peace also to make accusations for them to prevent arrest on anyone and to obstruct, stating people are high on marijuana, hallucinating, being sodomized. I don't think so. So be safe, everybody. I'm going to wrap this up. My identity theft is done, and one way or another, all you pieces of shit garbage will fucking pay for this, whether you think so or not. This is revenge retaliation on me, and right down here, and this leads to the spot right on the back of my head where my skull's been split. And then me having the 50 different people using the R&M on me, doing this to me. If I share any DNA with Tyler Lake, with Jabin Alstein, with anybody named and involved, you're going to be even more seriously fucked. I hope this is getting out. I hope it's being seen. Please like, share, subscribe, because this is very serious. I am the last of my bloodline, and crimes to me can be proven, but it's going to be too late soon. And this is from the police for revenge retaliation on me. And I will not be proven wrong, and it will be turned around. There will be coming a time very shortly where this is going to be have an attempt to be turned around on me. Everything I have said from the beginning 100% true, and I have proven the crimes against me. I have no reason to make up stories against these pieces of shit I had no association with prior to in any way, shape, or form. So Love all, hate none, be safe, watch yourselves, watch your children, watch your finances, and watch your parents. Hit that like, share, subscribe, leave a comment, and I will get back to you. Love all, hate none. Congratulations, OPP. 3 years. This is finally done with, your untouchable, unarrestable pieces of shit.